So I recently got some backlash for making this video on TikTok. A fetus is nothing but a clump of cells, so we're not killing a human. Except, what point does it become a human? Anytime someone says that, it usually comes from an arbitrary opinion that is only based in their opinion. For instance, if dependency is what separates a clump of cells from a human, then are 2-year-olds a clump of cells as well? Or if consciousness means clump of cells, then is somebody who is unconscious a clump of cells? If heartbeat is also what separates from a clump of cells to personhood, then that's super close to development equals value of life. So then by that standard, more developed would mean more value of life. So older people would then be more valued than younger people. I think even old people would disagree with that one. If viability is what separates these two things, then what standard are you using to draw that line? Is it a clump of cells, or do you just call it that so you can kill it? I thought I made some pretty decent points, but this lady did not like that. So I thought it would be fun to go through her video and to address each one of those points. Let's see what she has to say. Then what standard are you using to draw that line? Is it a...
Yeah, viability's the line. You landed right on it. Once the fetus can survive outside the mother's body, survive, not thrive. It obviously needs somebody to take care of it, or it will fail to thrive. It will die. But up until the point it dies from people not taking care of it, it is surviving on its own, breathing on its own, circulating its own blood, maintaining homeostasis.
Homeostasis. So it has to be a certain level of viability and homeostasis before we care for it. So if somebody doesn't have homeostasis, we have the right to kill them. Like type 1 diabetics. So look at this graph. Look at this graph! So first it detects an imbalance, processes information, produces response, and then restores balance. Somebody who is a type 1 diabetic cannot restore their own balance without an outside source, which does not fit the definition of homeostasis, which is the self-regulating process by which biological systems maintain a stable internal environment despite changing external conditions. So if you have a type 1 diabetic friend, they should fear you. Because if you're in a situation where you have to pick up their insulin, you now have the right to kill them because they are dependent on you and they don't have homeostasis. But let's see what else she says.
Survive, not thrive. Survive. And once the fetus gets to the point of viability, once it gets to the point where it would be able to survive outside of the host mother, nobody is performing abortions for fetal demise.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. This is simply false. Second and third term abortions do happen. I'm surprised that she denies that it happens instead of standing with me to say that that's immoral.
What they do is what's called an induction abortion. They induce labor and deliver the baby and hope for the best.
By hope for the best, do you mean kill it? Because that's often what happens during an abortion.
I will leave you with what I leave everybody on here. If it's not happening in your uterus, it's none ya business. I am pro-choice. I am anti-abortion. I hate them. I think it's awful. And I really wish a woman wouldn't. But I have no right to tell her that she can't because I wouldn't. You know what chaps me? 9 times out of 10, it's a guy doing these videos. You know nothing about female anatomy. You know nothing about what happens to the woman's body when she's pregnant. Pregnancy, labor, and delivery are dangerous, life-threatening events.
Did you just assume my gender and my knowledge on this category?
Grow a uterus, honey.
Okay.
No woman seeking an abortion celebrates it and is happy about it.
Yes, they do. Like here, here, and here. Again, it's weird that you deny that it ever happens instead of standing with me to say that that's wrong.
It's the toughest decision she will ever make.
It should be.
And it needs to be her decision with her doctor and her God, if she has one. You have nothing to do with it. Stay out of it.
If you were to dismiss my argument because I'm a male, that's ad hominem. That's attacking me instead of the argument. You don't know my knowledge on this situation, and you don't know my gender. So in order to get to that conclusion, you have to assume a lot. Let's point out some common ground that we have. She says that she hates abortion. I hate it too. And it seems like she's a very compassionate and caring individual. But we have to make sure that we're not falling into pragmatic empathy in this, that the ends justify the means no matter what. And in this case, it's saying that in order for us to have empathy for the mother, we have to allow her to kill her child. That's not loving to the mother or the child at all. She primarily cares for the mother. I care for both mother and child equally. And since it seems like she has such a loving heart, think about how instrumental she could be in this if she cared for both as well. None of this is a good excuse to murder a child. So we did send her a DM, so hopefully she'll respond so we can have her on to the show and talk about our disagreements. Just as I care for the mother and the child, I also care about her too, which is why I think it's so important and it would be so fun to have her on for a conversation.